hello, my love. Sipping in the sip. I missed you guys. How y'all doing? Oh my, y'all, I miss y'all. But we had to come back, being that my last video down due to some uncircumstances that is not for real. But it's cool. So we just gonna go out. You did. And we gonna be talking about Billy Boy the Gun. And we just gonna talk about how Billy wanna really be the son, and that is like the weirdest thing right now. And why stepping down really, because we gotta know it's not a relationship with an employee that everyone knew about for years. I mean, every so come on, let's study. But yeah, today I got my sister-in-law with me, Kia, in the building.
Hello. Tipping in the sip.
But yeah, so we kind of did a collab on this, like we both looked at the same article and we both took our own ideas out, and we want to let you guys know what is going on and why do everything seem so weird these days. Just with everything that's going on in the world today. US has been really, really, really on fire. But yes, of course, sipping in the sip, so we always sipping. I am sipping on um Apothic Red. Apothic Red, I'm on it. It is so good, you guys. I'm telling you, you should try it. Here it's like $12, $13 a bottle, but in other places, like you could be anywhere, and it's probably no more than about $8, $9, really. You can kind of get it anywhere at a grocery store. It's everywhere, so it's not hard to find. But this apothecary is the bomb. Kia, what are you sipping on, boo?
I am sipping on Apocalypse Inferno. It's very good. It's about the same price as yours. So,
Oh yeah,
hey.
apothic. Yeah, that the whole apothic. I really don't care what kind you get. It's kind of good. I'm telling you, like it don't matter which one it is. I'm really addicted to the apothic red though, but I have tried all different kind. I tried the white. I tried all kind of things. I miss my sweet because we ain't had it in the store in quite some time, really since the holidays. That is so messed up. But yeah. Oh, y'all, today I got me a scale. Your girl is a fat. I weigh 161 pounds, 161.4 to be exact. So
Okay.
today is what? What's today's date? May, the end of May.
The 26th,
Okay,
May 26th.
okay, so it's the end of May, y'all. The 20th, June 1st through the 30th. I am going to first and foremost, I'm gonna do some research on what my actual weight is. You know what I'm saying? Because um I really ain't really weighed myself to ever be over 145 pounds. Really, I'm always somewhere between 125, 130. But I want to get to my like ultimate weight, so I'm gonna do a challenge. Like, who want to lose some pounds? Get right just right before the summer really hit. June 21st is the first day of summer, so I mean, I want who out there who willing to take a challenge with me. I'm gonna go live a lot with whatever I'm doing. Like I'm gonna be going to the park and doing like a 10-15 minute workout a day. I'm not gonna try to overdo it or nothing like that. And we're gonna see where to go from there. I'm gonna keep y'all posted on what I'm supposed to be and what's the weight of my goal is for the weight loss. Anybody want to join, please hit them comments. Let me know. Like, share, subscribe, request on all platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Hit your girl up. I'm going to be posting that periodically. Like if it ain't every day, it'll be at least every 2 or 3 days, like an update as to like if I'm really doing what I need to be doing. But
Mhm.
So, yeah, let's get into this story. Actually, this story is it was actually posted on January 11th, 2021 at Forbes.com. Y'all can check this video out. They put an article out. It's called "A Bill Gates Visitor Aims to Spray Dust into the Atmosphere to Block the Sun." So, yeah, I mean, I think that's really weird that Billy block the sun. Being that him being under the Santos brand as one of the ruthless businessmen out here, and like you steady trying to do stuff that you know is going to cause a problem at some point, it's starting to
Right.
be beyond me. Like I cannot understand, or neither can I fathom the thoughts that go through this man's head, and the people who back though. It's like the y'all ain't really know better than him because why aren't y'all telling him like no stop this stop coming up with weird stuff stop reproduction stop putting this stuff in our food. I mean come on now y'all just condoning it. It is not cool. But Billy is actually financially backing the development of technology that would potentially reflect sunlight, triggering a global cooling effect. Um, the the stratif- the stratospheric control perturbation experiment. Um, I just don't understand. I don't understand why everything have to be an experiment, you know, due to the sacrifice of the people who have to actually live in these places where you want to decide that I'm an experiment, not knowing what kind of effect it will have on the people that actually have to go through this experiment without
Hmm.
to want to do an experiment. But the Scopix launched the Harvard University. The Harvard University scientists they spraying non-toxic non-toxic calcium carbonate CaCO3 dust into the atmosphere. It's a sun reflecting aerosol that could offset global warming. And I'm trying to understand like why are you guys trying to mess up something that you had no type of uh, doing in the building of this global warming atmosphere? Why would you want to go behind that and try to redo something that you don't know how it was done so that you'll know what you could do to undo it? If you wasn't the one who built this, you know what I'm saying? Just stick with what you know. Microsoft, okay? Because everything else that you got into is has been chaotic and chaotic. But that's just my opinion. This is all allegedly, but this is an actual article that you all can look up at Forbes.com. And it came out January 11th, 2021. And Kia, what did you get? What did you get? What you got?
Well, it's more like I'm more concerned of the cooling effect of the earth because for one, once you start cooling off the earth, and it's like that's when catastrophic stuff started happening. It's like I don't understand, just like you said, like why would you want to start blocking the sun? Like everybody know that the sunlight give us vitamin D on our skin, our hair, it makes our skin radiant. So it's like it's like what's your agenda? You understand? Like
It's be
it's like you got to think about it. You talking about cooling off the earth.
But why? What's wrong with the sun as it been for years? Before you even got here, this sun existed. Why are you trying to dilute it? What's that about?
I mean, I know why he trying to dilute it, and I understand because just like they said, they are dying from the sun.
That's not our problem. Get your annual checkups. Stop going and do all this sunbathing. It's really their fault that they dying from the sun. We don't go and try to get our color when we already our color. I'm just saying, if you want to stop some doing. you don't stop people who enjoy these things and know how to enjoy them, as opposed to when you can just stop doing stuff that you do, like try not going in the sun as much. Uh, Stop going sunbathing in the sun when you know that the sun ain't really as good to you as it is to others. I mean, I'm just saying that's just my point of view, and that's just my thoughts. I mean, I don't want everybody to feel the same way. It's just an actual fact that I just feel like it's easier for one or two people to stop doing some of the things they doing than to allow this big experiment to create all type of chaos. Um,
Right, right.
Take place. I don't know. I could.
But and too cooling. I mean, you got to think about it. Cooling off the earth, it could lead it could lead to like catastrophic storms. It could lead to like the ocean, like it could change the ocean, like it could stop wind from actually blowing away the pollution. It's like it's a lot of stuff that cooling off the earth can really do.
Yeah, it's
It could
just
start it could start a lot of it could, like I said, once you start tampering with stuff that you should not be tampering with, this is how you start how you start Armageddon.
yeah. I think we should just learn.
This is how you really start Armageddon, because the sun is meant to shine for a reason. The sun is meant to shine for a reason. So that's how you start Armageddon. And my thing is, just like that said, what could go wrong? It's a lot of things that could go wrong. The things, just a few things I named alone is enough to
No,
really
that's
start an
more
Armageddon.
than not even. But the best part about this is, I believe it's untrue. But this is what they want us to believe, that widespread research of solar geoengineering has been stopped due to controversy. I believe that this science with unpredictable risk, extreme shifts in weather patterns, which we are witnessing now, which we are now, but you say that it has been stalled for years. Well, why are we witnessing it now? And it's a shame that we really like don't try to read and find out stuff, because this is stuff that you ain't understanding. You like, okay, it wasn't no rain in the weather today, but then all of a sudden there's rain in your weather, you know. So understand that this process is going on at the same time that they saying that it's been stalled. Beyond me as to what they really think that we should be believing, because I guess they feel we ain't gonna uh read and find out nothing. um I just don't believe. Has it really been years? I don't really think it's been stalled for years. Do we not know uh, full stream ahead and ready to go out right on the home into this? Here that a dramatic shift was treated as a green light, greenhouse, and it's all wrapped up into, like, now you are created. Now this is where you can get the Armageddon going, because now you're dealing with gases, different gases that you don't know for sure, that these aerosol particles that you want to toss up into the atmosphere so that you can block the sun with all this different dust and all this stuff. But you got to remember that, yes, in all these different areas of the world, there are different chemicals that are companies in these cities, these smaller cities that have these companies, they have these steel yards, they have all this stuff where they already have so many different gases and stuff, and then you want to spray something that is going to also counteract with them same gases that we already got in these very small cities, and it's like it ain't already affecting the gases that we have just in our city alone. So you adding to them gases, And for what? Talking about you want to block the sun. If all these glasses from all these different cities done went up into this atmosphere all this time and it ain't did nothing to block that sun, why are you trying to create stuff that should not be created? I'm just saying. What you got for me, sis?
Well, they done did a lot of research over the time, and they flew a test balloon over.
They have not stalled. That's a fact. There, I don't care what you
They
want.
flew a test balloon over Sweden.
So that's because y'all
They flying all time.
they have not stalled. The point is like the article says, we are witnessing these weather different weather patterns right now as we speak. If it's 95 degrees outside, but you got clouds for no reason, there's no rain coming, just clouds out of the blue for nothing, dimming the sun, making it smuggy and hot and unbearable. Like, you can't tell already that this ain't starting out well. Can you stop the process and stop lying like you're gonna start in June? Because June is here, and we already it's really worth it. Um, I don't know. I just don't appreciate none of this at all, to be honest. Like, why didn't I get a consent letter or something to say, like, yes, I would like for you to perform these type of experiments in my area? Yes, I would like, you know what I'm saying? Let me consent. What is going on? What are the chemicals that are in this dust? These aerosol dust that you are going to let out? What is in it? Let me get the right to know what is going on, because first, y'all tell us that 5G already killing us. Radiation is in the air. Then you want to add, that's what I'm saying. We got all this stuff going on already in all of these small places as it is. And then you're going to top it off with, oh, we're going to add to that and we're going to do this. Come on now. Like, I mean, what can we really do? Like, it's starting to be a lot. It's starting to be a really a lot. Like how everything is changing right before our eyes, like overnight. You know, right?
Everything, everything, everything. Even the sun looks fake in the sky.
Nothing is like it was a year ago. Like nothing at all. Like everything just is doing this dramatic shift, and you are not having it by wanting to experiment. This ain't a good time to do no experiment right now. How don't you think we all have suffered enough here in America over the last year? Like, you don't think that the time is not right now? I think that this is the best time right now, because this is just a lot. But they say that Scopex will take early research in June in Sweden. Swedish Space Corporation has agreed to help launch a balloon carrying scientific equipment 12 miles high. The launch will not release aerosols, but it will be a test to maneuver the balloon and examine communications and operational systems. I don't believe that. If successful, it could be a step toward a second experiment stage that will release some more of them carbon, the CaCO3, dust
They
into
trying to kill us. Let's just they trying to kill us, honey. They trying to kill us off the planet. They trying to kill us.
it's I just can't fathom what is the point in trying to do all this extra right now. Like right now, at this very moment, I believe you already did the balloon over Sweden. I believe you waited until June. I believe that the United States has been the experiment this entire time, and you are now starting to see what the experiment really is coming of. Because I don't care what nobody say, it's in the news, it's everywhere. This year alone was the worst year for allergies, sinuses than any year ever. Like, them jumps was off the chain. Why were they off the chain? All of a sudden this year. because you've been already started this experiment. You already started, and you already see the effect of what it did in a year's time. I feel like they felt like since we was in a pandemic, okay, let's start spraying this dust in the air because all of February in Mississippi, it rained for a full month straight. Every day there was freaking rain. All through the month, it was just rain, 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 rain. We really let it up on too much of the sun. And when the sun came, it came full force. And then this year, everybody saw in February how everybody froze up. How is that even possible? I mean, are we not paying attention to this stuff? And then everybody want to say, oh, you can't change the weather. Oh, you can't do nothing. No, you cannot change the weather. That's why the weather is so chaotic, because you are trying to change the weather. You now that no, it's not that you cannot change the weather, but you can do things to predict for the weather to go chaotic. We're not saying that they changing the weather per se, but you know what you're doing when you are doing what you are doing at the time you are doing it in. And that's why this was the worst year for allergies, because I believe that y'all already started this experiment long before now. Now, David Keefe, a professor of applied physics and public policy at Harvard University, he recognized the many concerns of geoengineering. It's true, no one know what will happen until COC3 is released and studied after. So right now, I believe what they're going to do in June is do the study of what they already are saying for a year. We have been beginning for a freaking year. Keith and the Scopec scientists published a paper in 2017 saying the dust may replenish the ozone layer, destroying molecules. But you replenish in the ozone layer. Why? Because you add this toxic water from this dust aerosol that you done sprayed up here. Is that what you're
And that's what they doing. They is polluting the water. They
right?
polluting our crops with all this dust. They are polluting the air, the dust, the water, the food. Everything is getting polluted.
I mean, I just need all you guys to wake up and see. No, I'm not trying to come down on nobody in particular, but I want y'all to understand who we have representing us. And then now he's stepping down after you already started all this commotion with wanting to make sure you block the sun. So I'm really confused as to what's really going on in this moment in time. Because if you gonna tell me that toxic rain is going to replenish the ozone layer, but it's going to destroy molecules, make it make sense now. I mean, come on now. How dumb do you gotta be to not understand that? Yeah, it's gonna be water, but it's gonna be very toxic, and whatever you thought your stuff should be on your molecule level, no, we destroyed all the molecules with this because we was making sure that we put toxicness in our ozone layer. So that's why it's going to destroy the molecules of the ozone layer, because of the toxicity that will be coming down from this unwanted rain that just so happens to happen. And then y'all say that it only would release a drip and you probably would never feel it, but it's releasing more than a drip. It is reaching droughts in places that we know should not be having rain, should not be this. People is used to the sun. Like, come on now. That's why a lot of people move to different places because of the sun and all that good stuff. Kia, what you think?
Just about everything you said, I agree with. Just about everything you said, I agree with. As far as the ozone, far as the the efficiency of the solar, all that. I agree with everything you said 100%. 100%. But like I said, we don't do research on anything. We really don't do research on anything. We don't read anything. We go off what the news tell us.
We don't do research on anything.
We don't
If
read. We
you
don't do nothing. We
if
don't
you
do nothing. Not nada, not zilch, not nothing, because we don't care. Like folks really don't care.
but no,
It's like the world has come so bad to where people just don't care no more.
but even if you go to somebody and you be like, hey, they trying to block, man, you crazy, can't do nothing to the weather. Like you don't not only you didn't do no research, but then you don't want to listen to somebody trying to warn you, like, the sun is being blocked, like, yeah, that's why I keep on doing all this raining and all this down.
And you clearly see that, and you really clearly see that y'all, I mean, people could really look at the sky and tell it's not the same no more. The sun don't even shine as bright as it should. The sun even look fake in the sky. It's like I said, people need to start reading. Stop listening to the news, because our news don't even tell you the truth on really what's going on. To me, the news is just a bunch of BS to me, because all they do is talk about black folks getting shot, but you ain't telling us the real deal on what's really going on. Why is they putting all these millions of dollars, all these trillions of dollars into chemtrails? That's going manipulate the clouds into what it wanted to be. Like I said, if people will read on the CERN, they'll understand they really control the weather. Like you could get up one day, it's sunny, and then next day it's raining, hail, sleets. No, you looking like, wait a minute now, hold on. And then they tell you it's gonna rain, but it don't rain. We don't really get rain like how we should now. They
Right.
putting all this money into something, and we funding it. And we funding it.
Right, and the exact amount of the CaCO3 needed to cool the planet is pretty much unknown. Scopic scientists similarly cannot confirm if it's the best strato- stratospheric aerosol for the job. Research suggests that the substance has near idle optical properties. It would allow it to absorb less radiation. The only thing it would do is scatter maximum sunlight and cool down the planet. So now you are saying that the sun is doing some radiating now. Now the sun is what's causing the radiation. Is that's going to be the new thing now? Now the sun is the radiation. That's the radiation y'all saying that's outside of everybody's household when they go out the door. The, the sun, the sun. The sun gonna stop the radiation. The same thing that the sun been doing for the last billion years, or however long this earth been here. I'm just saying, it's not making sense to me as to how you figure that if you mess up and put this stuff in the earth and say that it's gonna cool down the earth, I just don't see how that's even a thought or thoughtfulness. How did you even what were you when the earth was being created to know how the sun operate and what the sun does? You don't even know if that dust got the sun do certain things to certain particles. You don't even know the effect of what really the sun does to what. What does sun do to all the different dust and particles that bypass it? We don't know. When hurricanes was coming on their own, that's coming from because some type of particle connected with the sun that it disliked with, and that's how stuff was created. So if you're going to on purposely just put different stuff out there and you don't think and you don't understand why stuff is going the way it's going, no one knows what particles does what to the sun to make the sun react the way that the sun does. I'm just saying. And I promise I'm not trying to come down, but I'm just saying, why are you messing with something that was here before you was even thought of?
Exactly. Exactly. I agree.
I'm confused as to what was on your mind today. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just go. We gonna cut the sun. Let's let's dim that down. Let's just cut the sun. Like who? Why? How does that go through one's head to decide? That's just like me waking up. Like, oh, I'm cutting this rain. I'll cut the rain, and then I'm actually put some money behind a whole bunch of scientists at Harvard that are going to go and do whatever you can because I put some money behind you to actually go and try to do it. You gonna try to really stop the rain for me because I gave you some money.
Mm-hmm.
I'm backing this, so go on do it. Come on now.
Right.
Come on now. I'm just not here for it. I'm really not here for it, and I would really appreciate if they leave stuff where it's at and let stuff just do what the Lord needed to do, or whoever created this. Um, Whoever created it, let it play out the way they needed to. Leave the way their creation was created. They didn't ask nobody to transform nothing for them. If that was the case, they would have called you when they was doing it. But they didn't, because they ain't need no help with what they had in their head for what it's gonna do. And you trying to go behind them and do it. That's just like if you're a plumber. You can't call John and then John, you won't now when it broke, now instead of calling John, you go call Car them and Car them like I don't really like going behind nobody else because I don't got we don't use that kind of stuff. And I don't use them ain't the same type of parts I use. That ain't how I do this. So you just it just don't work like people be wanting it to. But if y'all say that this is what it's supposed to be, and you not thinking nothing of it, or you just gonna keep letting stuff go past you, I really am praying for you guys because I mean, read a book, a magazine, something. Uh, Cut off your TV for 30 minutes out the day and just read something. It don't matter what it is, just read it. I don't care if it's a comic book. I don't care if it's a little pamphlet. Just read something.
Mm-hmm.
Start,
Exactly.
start
Exercise the brain.
on.
Exercise the brain.
Stop going straight to Google for everything. Like, go see if this is really real. Anybody can put something on Google. I can put something on Google and it can be believable because it's on Google. Google,
Exercise the brain.
go and get some facts. Go and get real statements. Go and get real true seeing and hearing. Look up the videos for stuff and hearing sources, and you will know and you will understand. Now, in 1815, eruption of Mount Tambora in Indonesia resulted in the year without a summer. In 1991, eruption of Mount Pinatuba in the Philippines lowered global average temperatures by 0.5 degrees Celsius. A report by intergovernmental intergovernmental panel suggests that Scopes procedure could lower global temps by 1.5 degrees Celsius for no more than $1 to $10 billion a year. So we
Told you.
wasting all $10 billion a year on an experiment,
All that money.
but
All them billions.
all these
All them billions. Hold on. And people out here homeless. All
right
them billions out. Kids out here hungry. All these billions y'all spending on them and this sun.
10 billion a year. Do you know how many communities could use that? Do you know like how y'all they shorten so much stuff? They shorten schools. They shorten they shorten the police force. They shorten all the stuff that we need to go around here. And next thing you know, this is what you spending billions on though. But you need for us to get an education. And so we have to pay all this money because you rather not put the billions in the schools. You rather put the billions on experimenting with stupid stuff, as in dimming the sun. Like these is things a whole year without summer. Are you kidding me? This is what happened in Indonesia without sun. A whole year without summer. Then in 1991, you go and you lower temperatures 1.5 degrees Celsius. That was a waste of time. It's not going well. It don't do good. Why are we still trying? Freezing temperatures in 1815 led to the failed crops and near famine conditions. British scientists have cited stratospheric aerosols from volcano eruptions in Alaska and Mexico. It could cause a drought in Africa, Sahel region. Like that, like, how is some going down in Alaska and Mexico? Why is it going to Africa? Why is all these problems is only in the high community of black people? Like, come on, like, if you really think about it, Indonesia, no sun for a year. The Philippines, you lower the average of the sun 1.0.5 degrees Celsius. Come on. This cannot be for real. It could cause a drought in the Africa Sahel region. In Africa. Not in Mexico, not in Alaska, but in Africa. Disruption of the global climate, negativity impact in high populated regions, starting another refugee crisis. If anybody remember the refugees, any type of situation, whether they were black, whether they was the Mexicans who was the refugees in them refugee camps and all these things, is what I'm saying is it's not going to happen in white regions. You understand? Like, this is only going towards color regions. Refugees, that white people have never been called that. So that we know it's not happening in those places. So in order for you to end up starting another refugee crisis, that means, like they said, in Africa, if them volcanic eruptions go off in Mexico or Alaska, Africa is going to get it. Okay? Africa is going to suffer because of it. They're going to be in refugee status. And if you know what refugee is, then you truly understand exactly what I'm talking about. Like, literally, come on. You got to know this. These is things. This is getting into the know of what is going on around you. Like, you didn't even know that this was going on around you. You didn't understand why it's been raining so much or why the weather been so off-centered. We don't, these are not things that we spend our day thinking about. And I know you don't. But at the end of the day, if you just so happen to read something or something comes across your phone, don't always just swipe it off or ignore it. Read it. It could be some very valuable information. Like, for him to outright just letting it be known that he finna dim the sun and no one is really paying that any attention is beyond me. It's a lot of things that are going viral. Why isn't this one of them? I mean, really, why isn't this one of the things that should be going viral, that somebody is messing with global warming and your climate of every day? What you think, kid? Is I'm tripping?
Well, for one, just like it said, freezing temperatures led to crops near famine. It ain't led to crops near famine. It killed them crops, just like it killed them animals. Everything we eat now is made out of the lab. Everything is GMO. It's like ain't nothing natural. Our real fruits ain't got seeds in it. Everything organic ain't even real organic. So it's like now y'all really finna mess up some stuff. To whereas the world just ain't gonna really be able to function. We just might do hit the EMP. They just might do that. And I think that's what they're trying to do. And all this other stuff. It's like, it's not making sense. You putting all these billions of dollars into stuff. You want to change global climate. Like, it's like you want the earth to act. You want Armageddon to hit the earth. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, I just don't understand. It's just creepy to me. It's real creepy to know that we living in this day and time. To know that we got people in control of us who got all this money and power, and ain't nothing we could do but just live on our daily lives and just hope and pray to God, like don't nothing happen. Like, it's just sad. We are really living in critical times, very, very critical times.
Man, please like, share, subscribe this video if you like what I'm putting down. Um um it's just amazes me on how we just let so much stuff go by us. Like, we always adapting to whatever they throw at us, and we really don't do anything or say nothing about how we are being treated, and how we don't have no say so in nothing that we have to be the ones that suffer from. I just
Yeah.
don't feel like that's not right. Like, when they say, oh, when you watch stuff and they say, well, we survey of so people, none of them included me. I didn't know nothing about a survey that I could have surveyed to say that I had a say so in something. I've never seen a survey from any type of government type of anything, or any type of geoengineering, or anything that has to do with you saying you're gonna dim lights, or you saying, oh, we're gonna start this type of programming in this area, we're gonna do this, that, and the third. Y'all just pop up with stuff, and it's a shame to say that my color folks will just accept anything, and it's like, no, we don't want that here, but ain't nobody gonna say nothing about it being here. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing about it. Everybody just gonna have an opinion, but we ain't gonna never come together and be like, no, this is something we want to be a part of, and we mean that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just crazy. Like, just my opinion though, you guys. Please do not hold any of it against me. It's okay for us to all disagree. You don't have to feel the same way I feel. It's just, this is really honestly just my opinion on something that's already out there, and I feel like I'm being affected by it. So I felt like I should be able to give an opinion about something that I'm affected by. But back to our story. David Keefe has created. Remember, David Keefe is the professor
Mhm.
at Harvard, who is one of the scientists working on the dust aerosols that are going up into the sun. Now, David Keefe has created a risk pool to compensate smaller nations for collateral damage caused by the test. The U.S., the United States, Brazil, Saudi Arabia blocked the 2019 United Nations assessment of global geoengineering plans.
That's
Uh,
good.
that's what they say, but I feel like, because you already had thought of dimming this stuff years prior. You probably had already started in the research, and people had already started doing it. And as you probably did put in some type of submission for it in 2019, because you knew at some point that we was going to start noticing, like, now that the weather have a whole different pattern. It rains when you say it's not, it don't rain when you say it will. So I think because you knew something finally came out, finally in 2019, I believe that's when you put the submission in. Oh, it's okay. I believe that's when you put the submission in, because you had already started. Because I do know that the reason why I say that is because the pandemic happened prior. I mean, it happened post you putting in that submission. to put these dust particles in the air. There's no way that we are seeing it now if you hadn't already. This is years in that you have already did it. That's why it's reacting the way it's acting now. That's why you put it in then. All the effects getting ready to take place because study on it. Y'all already knew what was going on. So you can't tell me that after this pandemic, oh yeah, we had just started. No, if you put a submission in 2019, you started in 2017, and you saw that in 2 years it was starting to show an effect. You put a submission in asking about these geoengineering plans. They denied it. Next thing you know, you're everywhere letting everybody know about you dimming the sun because you knew that it was about to take effect. You knew that. 2020, you putting that in the air, it started taking effect. You been had started. Now that's the fact. This did not happen overnight. Just like how other stuff ain't being made overnight. Okay? It wasn't enough time. So that's why I can't trust it right now. It's not been spent on that. But these dust aerosols, enough time has been spent. You've been started. You've been knowing what's going on. That's why all of a sudden in Sweden in June, you're supposed to be doing this balloon that you already done. It's a lot going on that we don't know behind the scenes. And all you have to do is read between the lines of all the stuff that you see going on and what is. Like, and that's a fact. And before time is up, I'm going to figure out a way to bring that video back. And I'm just going to, choose my words wisely and do it a little bit differently. But that has got to be out there. Because you will know why this even came about. This dimming of the sun. This was steps in the making for years. The other video that I showed, it would have did that, and you will understand this video a whole lot better. But it was taken down. But I am going to some way somehow get that video. We are going to redo that video because that video will help this video and the following videos afterwards. That one video will explain all of this that we are talking about today. Like, for real. Billy Gates have really been up to some stuff over the years. Since the night that we just do, y'all, I'm telling you, you just don't know. Some of y'all got a chance to see that video, but that video is gone. But I'm telling you, I'm going to bring that video back so that you guys will be able to understand exactly why we are doing this video today. That video will truly tell you and explain to you this video and all the videos afterwards why that video really makes sense. Now, as far as this sun situation, I really hope that in my heart of hearts that Bill Gates do understand we really do need the sun for our health. It really does.
Yes, we do.
It do. It improves our sleeps. Our body create a hormone called melatonin that is critical to helping you in your sleep process, and it helps you with the to reduce your stress. That melatonin that you get when you are, it does a lot for you. It maintains strong bones. It keep weight down. It strengthens your immune system. It fights depression. It gives you longer life. So why really would Billy want to block the sun? Is really beyond me. Like, why would you want to do that? The best vitamin D come from the sun. Do you hear me? Like, this is what treats you very well. All the stuff that they say is vitamin D, it is very little and very minimal. That milk, it is only a very little bit. Now, you get more vitamin D out of strawberries than you would drinking milk. And that's for real. So, like, but the sun, you just need 5 minutes in it. You got vitamin D that's going to last you. You got more than enough vitamin D. Just 5 minutes a day. You don't need a lot of sun. to get your vitamin D. And a lot of people that is causing that cancer is because you overdoing it with the sun. You don't need that much sun. You sitting there in the sun for 3 and 4 hours bathing, trying to change your skin tone. For what? You are doing this to yourselves. Um, Nothing is more important to us on earth than the sun. Without the sun, heat and light, earth would be a lifeless ball of ice coated rock. The sun warms our seeds, it stirs the atmosphere, it generates our weather patterns, it gives energy to the growing green plants that provide the food and oxygen for life on earth. The sun energy feeds every living thing on earth. The sun dries our clothes, grows our food, heat our water, generate electricity, power your car, design your homes, and heat your homes. So I don't understand why dimming this light would do anything. Why would it come across anybody's mind to want to not have the sun when it does so much? And being that he is one of his farms and crops around here, you would really think that he would know that he killing his own stuff because it's his crops. But that would further let you know that if he willing to kill his crops, he knew they were no good to be. You are never going to just kill off your own stuff for no. Oh, you can believe that. Ain't no way you're gonna do that. You knew your crop wasn't no good to begin with. You got all that GMO in it. You're doing all this stuff anyways. That's why I gotta get that other video out because you guys really need to see it. Like you really do. Kia, what's your thoughts on everything, baby?
I agree with everything you said 100%. Down to the sun, everything that it does. Like I said, they gonna dim the sun one time too many. It's gonna start an Armageddon, and we ain't ready for that. So yeah, I agree. I agree with you 100%.
I just don't know, Sippers. But Sippers, whether you agree or disagree, please leave me a comment. Let me know how you guys feel about Billy Gates wanting to dim the sun and some way somehow save his race, I guess. I don't know really how to explain it, but just let me know your thoughts and also let me know what y'all was drinking on down in the comments. I don't know. I don't agree with the dimming of the sun. I don't agree with nobody trying to bother something that you didn't create. I mean, you don't know what you are doing. So if you didn't create it, you don't know the effects of what would do what to what. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't create something. So I just say something, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Um and the fact that you spend so much money on it and it's all is um property in this world, I just feel like that money put to better use than experimenting on a bunch of bull crap that ain't gonna make no here or there or anywhere else. But I really did miss you guys and I had fun. Hopefully you guys get something out of this and understand where I'm coming from and know that it's just my opinion. I am not switch no one views, and I would like to know your views. Like I said, not everybody is supposed to agree, and nobody has to like the same exact thing. But I enjoyed you guys. Stay blessed, sip on it, and make it make sense. And we'll talk to you guys later.